Alicia Magnus Lewis here with the Los Angeles Tribune, and it is a pleasure to be sitting here with Nathalie Botros, who is a psychotherapist. You're also an author. We're going to talk about your book a little bit later today. And you're also a happiness and mindset coach. You also are the visionary behind the Bon Vivant Experience. So I want to dive into that and kind of understand, how did you get to that place? But Nathalie, I mean, you do so much, but a lot of it is centered and around happiness and mindset. So what was it about your own journey and your own experiences that anchored you into the place where that is what you wanted to focus your work on?
I spent my life chasing for something and I didn't know what it was. I used to live in Switzerland, and by the age of 20 I had a good job, a perfect boyfriend, a perfect apartment. I had everything. Yeah. You know, on paper it felt like amazing. Check. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, complaining was like a little, braggy, but there was something missing. And I was like, what is that piece missing in my life? So I said, maybe it's like I live in Switzerland, maybe it's a boring country. Maybe I should move somewhere else. So I went to Italy and I left my job. I was a banker, believe it or not. And I moved to Italy and I said, okay, hot boys, yummy food, I'm going to be happy here. Yeah. But still something was missing. So I said, maybe I need a bigger move. It's where I crossed the Atlantic and I moved to US, to New York. New York, come on. Yeah. Who cannot find anything they want and
in New York, right? You either hate it or love it, because otherwise you're not going to spend your time there.
The vibrant city and everything. It was great at the beginning, and still that feeling that something was missing from my life. And on top of it, coming from Europe, I came to the US, all this like oversizing big and orders and this and that. I gained a lot of weight. And then suddenly my life was really sad. I was in this amazing city. Instead of enjoying it, I was home hating myself. And the weight gain wasn't only on the pounds that I put on, but it was on my self-love and my confidence. And that was where everything changed, because I did like we all do. I mean, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. We try all those diets, all those crazy things. We try everything, but nothing was working. I mean, they will work like for a little bit and then comes back and then like gain more. And the self-loathing, it's like increases by the minute, and like you don't love yourself. So I was watching this show on TV, How to Love Yourself Naked, and I said, you know what?
That's interesting.
At the scene, it's actually, they take several people who has like body image issues, self-love issues, and they help them to get dressed better. And the last scene is they take their picture naked and put it on Times Square. And people passing by comment about it. So, I mean, I didn't put my picture naked on Times Square yet. But what I did a different way. I used this exercise that I call the mirror exercise. And I stood in front of the mirror and I forced myself to find something about my body and about my life that I loved every day. It wasn't easy at the beginning. Slowly, it got easier. And slowly, my self-love and acceptance got better, and my body image got better, and without even trying to lose weight, because like I was emitting that energy of self-love and confidence. People will ask me, did you lose weight? I'm like, no. But that was where the Bon Vivant girl is born. And Bon Vivant in French is, if we translate literally, it's well living. It's actually enjoying life, enjoying yourself. And from that day on, it was my mission to spread this message, and it starts by you, by self-love. The minute that you start loving yourself,
pouring into self,
and you can be good. You can be like emit this positive energy around you, and everything will happen for you.
That's phenomenal, because what a journey, and it's one that people might experience in different pieces and pockets, but trying to get a different job or moving to a different location, thinking that it's everything on the external that's going to make you feel better. But what you've really shared here is that you tried all of these experiences, literally moved to another part of the world and realized it was all about going within. So as part of the Bon Vivant experience and as part of being a happiness and mindset coach, what are ways that you work with individuals to help them go in, to help them pour into their own self-love and realize that it may not necessarily be what's on their external, but the more they go within, they can feel that love, that completeness within versus looking for it in the outside world.
So I created this program that's called the Happiness Cocktail. And no, I'm sorry, no alcohol in it.
Sorry, folks. This is energetic happiness cocktail
exactly.
because you can have a good time with your own vibe and your own energy.
Exactly. But the ingredients, I have 5 main ingredients in it, and the ingredients create this cocktail that's so delicious and that makes you so happy and wake up with a smile every day.
Yeah.
So like the first ingredient is obviously love, especially self-love.
Yeah.
And we have smile. It's where I help my clients to find the positive in everything. And you know, like it's like really I give them tools how to switch those negative thoughts into positive ones. Yeah. I mean, love, we just discussed what I did for myself. There is move and manifest. It's move your life from ordinary to extraordinary. Of course, move your body, but moving your body cannot only be about your body. It's about really your mind as well.
Your energy, your emotion, shifting it and moving it.
Exactly. Invest, not in banking. I know my background is in banking, but invest in opportunities that in things that nourish your well-being. Yeah. That makes you happy, your passions. Yeah. And finally enjoy, become a bon vivant girl or boy.
Right, I love that. And I kind of like the play on words, right? Like that happiness cocktail, because oftentimes if something isn't working inside, it can be easy to go grab a drink to drink it to kind of mask what's going on. But it's really about pattern interrupting and shifting and showing people that they can enjoy life, they can be happy and vibe with their own energy, and that really does come from within. You also have your book, Happiness Cocktail. So what was it about your message and your experience that encouraged you to kind of become an author and take that step and put your thoughts into a book?
So my first book, actually, this is my second. My first book was If You Are What You Eat, Should I Eat a Skinny Girl? It was about teaching. I thought that it was about a book helping people to lose weight, but actually it was a self-love book. Yeah. This second one, the Happiness Cocktail, I really go deep in every ingredient, in each ingredient, and give these tools to people who cannot come and see me as a client. Yeah. And it really, really helps. But what you don't know is that with the ingredients, smile, move, invest, love, enjoy. If you take the first letters, it's smile.
Oh, look at that. We love a good play on words.
So the happiness cocktail is the secret to smile.
To smile, right? And it's like, I call it like a heart smirk. It's like your heart, it just smirks on the inside, your heart smiles. It's like a joy from within. So Nathalie, you're a part of the new upcoming movie, The Pillars of Power, produced by the Los Angeles Tribune Film Division, that deep dives into the hidden secrets of success. What was it about the film and the message that made you want to be a part of the experience?
Well, it's like so aligned with what I'm doing. As I said, for me, it wasn't easy. And when I grew up, I grew and I evolved. Yeah. I know that life is like all those pieces of the 5 pillars, like my 5 ingredients. Right. And
the thing with 5's here.
Exactly. It's a magical world.
Yeah.
And I mean, money, health, mental health, spirituality, and relationships. It's like all those 5 pillars are really pieces of the puzzle to achieve greatness. Because greatness is, how do you achieve it? By finding this balance between mind, spirit, and body. Yeah. And these pillars are what is it about? Yeah. And I think it's like, it's so inspiring that I'm so proud to be, like honored to be part of this documentary.
Yeah, no, it really harmonizes what life experience is about across different verticals, to say it's not one or the other, but it's the integration of them all. What is something that you have learned about yourself along your own personal experience with self-love and living out the Bon Vivant experience that you'd like to share with people that know that there's maybe something or a life experience out there that's different for them, and they may understand that they want something different, but they're not really sure where to go and how to start shifting?
At the risk of repeating myself, it's about self-love, because when you start loving yourself, let's put this example. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect other people to love you?
And what could self-love look like? Because sometimes people don't even know what self-love is because they've never really experienced it before.
It's when you look in that mirror, you say, I'm obsessed with myself.
No matter what is happening,
No.
you're obsessed with yourself.
It's really that, of course, like that's exaggerated.
Right.
But it's accepting yourself, accepting your body. We cannot be perfect. And believe me, I was like the one who was chasing perfect. I needed to to meet the societal expectations. I have to get the best job, I have to get the best boyfriend, I have to get the best body. It's like all those perfections, when you let them down and then look at yourself. It's why
I got this.
You're like, wait 1 second. It's like without anything exterior, any external factors, when you find that smile when you wake up and you live aligned with your purpose, with your passions, that's self-love.
That's self-love. That's so beautiful. And Nathalie, what is a message that you have in your heart? Maybe you've shared it with your clients, maybe you haven't, but you just would like to share with those that are tuning in.
The life that you hope, the dream life, it's easy. It's within you. Don't start looking for it in the external factors. They're nice. They will give you satisfaction for a little minute, but actually everything is within. You know that there has been a study, only 10% of our happiness is from the external factors. And yet, we all make the mistake to try to find. 50% is genetics, and the 40% is the steps, the actions that we take every day. Those 40% is the happiness cocktail, and I teach you how to do that.
Yes, and for you, from your journey, your experience, you worked in the financial world, you are an author now, you have the Bon Vivant Experience, but where along your journey did you make the decision that you wanted to experience and learn more and become a psychotherapist?
I had my psychotherapy diploma, but I finished I graduated very young, so nobody wanted to hire me. So I kind of played around, but I came back. I mean, I worked a little in psychology in Switzerland. So when I came back in the US, and when I saw what happened to me, which was a silly thing, I mean, everybody gains and loses weight, that's not a problem, but that's where I said I have to go back in there and help people.
And help people really shift go back, shift, like it goes back to that self-love.
Because like the same thing we can see in a negative or positive way. So my job and the way my mission is to help people to shift that mindset.
And everyone has maybe different daily, weekly, monthly, don't necessarily want to put a time constraint around it, but habits that they lean into to pour back into themselves. For you, what are some of the things that you do to replenish, to rejuvenate you, or to remind you about who you really are?
So actually, there are several habits, but there is one that I would like to share with the audience because they will love doing it. You know, at the end of every year, we all do these resolution lists.
Don't work. They don't work.
They don't work. I mean,
if they're going to do the resolution, do it on December 15th. Because if you're going to wait on December 15th to decide January when I'm going to do it, you know?
I mean, and it's funny because I always say, like, don't do that. Even my boyfriend did. He was like, I'm going to, like, work out every day. I said, babe, I give you 2 days. He never started.
There you
Let's
go.
be honest.
Yeah.
So instead, let's do something that I call happiness jar. Take an empty jar, and every week, as of today, even if it's not the beginning of the year when you listen to this podcast, write something that you did, that you're grateful for, that you're proud of yourself, and put it in the jar. And in December 31st, open that jar and read all your accomplishments.
I love that for a couple different reasons. It puts people in the mindset to come into that gratitude space, even if it's just weekly, if it's not daily, just a reminder.
Exactly.
And then at the end of the year, coming out of that, you get to be your own coach, your own mindset, your own cheerleader to say, these are the things, because oftentimes when you're striving for something, you have a goal, you're so focused on what you're trying to do, you forget where you're at. So it's a beautiful reminder of all the things that you've done that you might have by the end of the year forgotten about, but at one point you were grateful for it. So I love that exercise. Okay, this is fun. Let's do 2 more. What are 2 other things that people can do to kind of pour into themselves in a way that is nurturing, is caring. It also allows them to meet themselves where they're at, so they're not always striving for an expectation, but just really nurturing their space in the moment.
So another thing is the compliment wall or mirror. I know that for some people it's very hard.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because when I see my clients, I say, give me 5 positive quality about yourself and 5 negative. They come up with the negative one so
Quick.
fast. Yeah. The positive one, they're like at the beginning, no, I don't know. So I said, write down every compliment that you can imagine and stick them on the wall or on your workspace or in the mirror in the bathroom. And every morning, pick one of them and you read it out loud and feel that.
Yeah.
So that's a way of people, 101 self-love, let's say. That helps.
Yeah.
That really, really helps. And that could be their word of the day.
Yeah.
And with time, they will see that it will get easier.
And natural.
Exactly.
And they don't maybe need to read it. They can just tell themselves in the morning and go with it. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Well, thank you so much, Nathalie. It's been a pleasure. As we come to a close here, I would love for you to share if there was one message, one reminder that you want people to be aware about when they think about you and think about how you're trying to connect with them. What would you want that to be?
I want people to feel empowered because I know that we always blame everything and everyone, but you have the power to be happy, to wake up every day with a smile.
Yeah.
And the power, it's your actions and your steps to do.
Yeah.
So reclaim your happiness from those external factors and find it within.
Oh, I love that. Reclaim it with intentionality. Know that it's a choice. And if it becomes hard, put a reminder up. Put it on a sticky, get a notebook, get a journal. But it's about pouring those messages back into self and reminding who you are.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's easy.
Yeah. When you put it like that, it's simple.
It's why. It's like people think that it's complicated. It's easier than you think.
But I love what you did though, because you really broke it down into steps, like the sticky, the note card. Sometimes it can start with a word. Sometimes you might have resistance, but even in doing that exercise, you can figure out and explore where your resistance is, and then you can move beyond that. Well, thank you so much, Nathalie.
Thank you so much for having me.
You can find Nathalie. She has the Happiness Cocktail. No liquor involved. It's all about your own energies and your emotions. She is a star of the Los Angeles Tribune produced film, The Pillars of Power. And she's also a mindset and happiness coach. So if you just need a little bit of encouragement or advice, or you just want to learn more about the Bon Vivant Experience, the good life experience, you can find Nathalie and reach out to her. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Until next time, goodbye.